characters growing up until I saw a movie of it, okay? We have a technology that works and it changes people. Transformation is our essence. Evolution is our code. Survival is our law. Thriving is our right. This is what we do. And we are growing so fast. Some time ago, I mean, this book I wrote 20-something years. I was 23, I'm 48. So 25 years ago, right? I wrote a book for my teacher, dedicated to my teacher, to Manu, Comrades for Life, 3 August 03, right? And looking back and where we are now, you know, you have to understand, there's so many people that have known me, have known of me, and they're now just on the outskirts observing, praying, cursing that nothing good happens here. And there's absolutely no way. You see, the deer can pray all day that the lion doesn't hunt. The lion's gonna hunt because God is in there. The little moth can do rituals. The little moth can go talk to other moths, but it's gonna get caught in the web of the spider, and there's nothing they can do about it, okay? We have a movement that's spreading so fast across the world, men and women, okay? Because it's personal, it's individual, and we don't actually agree with a lot of the stuff that's happening in society, just like you don't. The difference is we have a way of living that undoes the tangles of society. You're walking amongst the walking dead every single day. Every single day, all you got to do is go to the malls or go pay attention. I was looking today at, who's this fucking guys? Primal Sutra guys.
Oh my God.
I looked them up today because I was like, what happened to these guys?
Man.
Listen, do you not have any idea how many people are using our stuff, right, to try to make money off of the world, and they're just so phony. They're just so phony. It's unbelievable how phony these people are, right? And you've spent so much money, so much time, and your life is not getting better. It's one of those things, right, that if you just kind of go through your life, you'll have ups and downs, right? So at some point, you're going to be going up just a little bit. And it's during that time that you think shit is working. But I'm looking for consistency in my life. I want to have the formulas of cause and effect. For every cause, there's an effect. And we have it. We really, really have it. Now, I know it's almost unbelievable, right? It's like, really? Yeah, really, actually, for real. See, there's a language inside of you. You talk to yourself. The way that you talk to yourself determines your experience. Now, you could do affirmations, right? You could do all kinds of shit, but the programming remains the same because it's not affecting what they call your subconscious mind. Subconscious means right under your awareness, there's something going on, right? And that subconscious mind runs everything. It runs your heartbeat, your glands, your everything. You're only aware of a very small fraction of your life. That's your awareness, your conscious awareness, right? It will be too much data for you to consciously be aware of all the time. Like when you first learn how to drive a car, or if you ever did stick shift and you learned stick shift, it's a mess in the beginning. But after a while, your body, thinking body, dancing mind, that's our code. Your body begins to move by itself and your mind begins to dance in the thoughts that you're in, right? Whether we do martial arts or we dance or we sing or we write or we're in a relationship, we follow the path of a thinking body. The body, have you ever almost fallen and you caught your steps and you're like, how did I do that? Right? Have you ever had, almost a crash and you just get out of the way and there's no way you could have consciously done that? Right? So there's an intelligence in here that we've tapped into at least 25 years ago, at least. When I wrote this, I had already accomplished it. What I had not accomplished was all the steps that it takes to be able to go from me to you. And now we have that. We call that quantum leap, okay? Oops. You go to www.imc.co, imcnation.co. Okay? And I'm changing the website so it's easier for you guys, all right? It's really easy. Here's how you do it. Imagine you want to sleep better because you can't sleep, right? Did you know that you go to a hypnotist and a hypnotist can hypnotize you and you're going to sleep better? I don't know if you know that, okay? They can do that. Let's say that you want to quit smoking. They can do that. It's going to take a bunch of sessions and this and that. But what the hypnotist does is goes in there and reprograms. The problem with that is, in order for you to do that, you have to sit there and let the hypnotist take over, okay? And that's not healthy because I've studied enough of the mind to know that when you do that, you also become susceptible to other suggestions. And that means that you're watching TV and a commercial will affect you suddenly more than it should. And I don't like that. I don't like to be a slave to anybody. And so we have a technology that doesn't do that because the technology relies on mankind's way of learning, which is stories. We learn from stories. That's why our schooling, we can't remember any of it. If you try to remember the data in school, you'll remember little pieces. But if you try to recall a story, you'll know stories from years. Oh, I was a child and they told me this story. And stories were used to teach. Okay, that's the storytellers were the wise men and the wise women of their tribe. They would sit down and they would tell the story of the tribe, where they came from, what their lineage was, what their purpose was, why they live in that land. And it was the story that carried inside the person. A story creates culture. And right now, the world has no culture. There's no black culture. There's no white culture. There's no Mexican. There's no Oriental. There's no Middle Eastern. There's no culture anymore, right? And that was their agenda, to create a one world, one, you don't even know are you black, white, or orange? My mom is black, my dad is white, my purple and orange and this and that, and this mixing that we did is unhealthy for us. It's not healthy, right? And so am I against interracial relationships? If both people don't have their culture solid, yes, I'm against it. I'm 100% against it, okay? You have to hold your culture, your stories, where you come from, who your ancestors were. That's what you need to know about yourself. Now, I met a magician in life, and then was Manu Tupo, a powerful magician. And he's the one that told me to go study my culture, understand who I am. I was embarrassed of being Persian growing up because I had to escape Iran, which is Persia. Let me give you that little history. It was called Persia. Then it was changed to Iran in modern times, okay? But that modern wording is no good. That's like saying feminism. It's Persian. I was embarrassed to be Persian. So going through junior high, going through high school, I would say I'm Mexican, I'm Italian, I'm Filipino, I'm Hawaiian, goddamn anything except Persian. Until I met my teacher, Manu. And he said something to me. He said, why are you trying to be like them? And that embarrassed me a lot. What happened was, I was in class, and I was doing something called a private moment, where you get on the stage and you live your life privately in front of people as if no one's around. Very powerful exercise. And what I did is I copied the people before me because I admired them so much. And it was over. He asked me a question. He said, why did you do that? And when he asked me, I felt this fear and anxiety. I was only 21 years old at the time. And I was like, well, and I gave him the answer. And he said to me, you're not like them. Stop acting like them. You're civilized. You have to find out where you came from. Don't talk like them. Don't walk like them. Don't dress like them. That was a long time ago, right? And I remember I was embarrassed when he was telling me that, right? He was really right about what he said. So I'm passing on his message to you. First and foremost, you have to find out where you come from, okay? You have to know that there is a difference between white and black and Oriental and Middle Eastern. And those differences are key. There's a difference between the panther and the lion and the cheetah, the jaguar, the bobcat. They're all feline. They're all predators, but they're different. They're different, okay? And you have to start accepting, appreciating, and expressing your differences, okay? They want everyone dressing the same, talking the same vocabulary, same fucking bullshit, right? Same relationships. Christmas is coming up. You're supposed to do this and do that and do this and do that. You know how many non-Christian people in the West celebrate Christmas and they justify it with some weird way? Like my own family, Persian family, there's a message from one of my cousins. I haven't seen my cousins in like too many years to even give a shit about, okay? And suddenly I get a message with the whole family on it. Hey, everybody, we're getting together for Christmas, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, who are you? Who are you? Why would you do that? Why does this person keep calling me? See if there's a message with it. 3 times. No need to. Okay? So anyways, that's the message today. The message is that you're not living your life. You don't even know who the fuck you are. You're so caught up in bills and drama and this and that bullshit. Have you ever taken a look to find out who the hell you are? Huh? Are you okay having your own goals? Are you okay having your own fucking life? Who do you have to answer to if you were going to be yourself? Who would have a problem? I'll tell you, your husband and your wife is first. Your mom and your dad is next. Okay? Next comes your best friend or your employer. These people are chaining your soul. Now, I'm speaking to the men because the men lead. A woman trying what I'm saying right now is going to suffer greatly. You need to be under a man, not next to him, not in front of him, not above him, under him. That means he leads and you follow. Okay? That's the true order of life. That's the true order of nature. Now, if your man is lazy, how do you know a man is lazy? I'm going to show you something. I'm going to give you discernment, okay? To discern. What's a good definition for that, Captain?
Righteous judgment of right and wrong, but I'll look it up.
Mm-hmm. Because they have this thing, don't judge, don't judge, don't judge, don't judge, okay? But Jesus discerned. So did Muhammad, so did the Buddha. So do I, and so do you. We have a discernment, okay? Public announcement. Any man who's fat should not mate with a woman. If your man is fat, don't be with him anymore. That's the end of the story because it says he can't control himself. It says he has emotional problems, no self-discipline. If your man is ever late, break up with him. Or use him and abuse him. He doesn't deserve your loyalty. A woman's loyalty is given to strong men. I'm creating strong men, not by teaching them anything besides what's already in their souls, because I know I can't give anything to anybody that they already don't have inside of them. The seed has to be in there already. You have to see that it's inside of you. Now, this is a very uncompromising path. You will lose everything at first. At first, you'll lose everything because you've built your whole life on sand. Okay? And it's just a matter of time before it washes away. I'm here to wash away your bullshit. Your life is phony. It's fake. I'm the realest thing on the internet. Right now, I'm live. I'll be live again tomorrow. You understand? This is what I do. If you think I'm wrong, raise your hand right now and talk to me in front of everybody. Tell me why I'm wrong in what I'm saying. What if I was a fat man? I've been fat in this life, just so you know. I would starve myself because it takes discipline to starve oneself. I'd be fasting all day, having one goddamn fucking meal, maybe. Maybe not. And in 2 or 3 weeks, I wouldn't be fat anymore. But if you don't have the discipline to do that, and if you're a woman and your man is fat, he's weak. He's weak. And God created us to be strong, not weak. The Creator wanted us to be strong. So fatness is out of the way. What if a man doesn't make money? He's weak and you shouldn't be with him. You just shouldn't be with a man that can't make money, no matter what his excuses are. Sometimes we go to the strip clubs and the woman is working and her boyfriend is at home sleeping. She's the man, he's the woman. And I can always take those girls like that from the guy, and I will now. I have no mercy anymore for the weakness around me, because by you accepting the weakness around you, you become weak. And being weak is a sin. Was Jesus weak? Was Muhammad weak? Was the Buddha weak? Who was weak that you admired? Which man was weak that you admired? Which one of them? Okay? If the seed in you to be strong, be strong. Go handle your life. It's possible to do that. If you're a man, work 4 jobs. When I met my girlfriend, who's still with me for 18 and a half years, today's our anniversary, it's like almost 19 years now, right? She was working 4 or 5 jobs. As a woman, getting up at 4 a.m. just to run the hills, just so she get her exercise in. Then she worked here, there, here, there, here, there, here, there, all there. Now she works for herself, okay? So you need to start discerning. You need to start looking and getting rid of people. Literally, get rid of them. They're just dead weight on you. You would do better by yourself than to have a fool around you that you consistently have to go over there and explain to them why this, why that. Motherfucker, judge me by my actions, not by my words. And I don't want your words. I want to judge your actions, okay? You as a man don't get to sleep in. You actually don't, okay? You don't get to do that. You as a man need to work every day. You as a man need to move your body physically every day. One of the most disgusting people that I've ever met in my life, that I continue to meet the same archetype in my life, is a rich man who's fat and sloppy, who thinks because they have money, everybody's nice to them. I piss on them, I shed on them. And they know when they see me that their money has nothing over me. They realize exactly for the first time how pathetic they are. And there's nothing they can do about it. I'll take their women, I'll take their children, I'll take their family, I'll take their motherfucking life if they face me. This is exactly what it is. This is in your soul as a man. Mankind is the biggest and the strongest predator on earth. They don't want you to know that. Why? Jordan Peterson can say it, and he's resisted. Fuck Eckhart Tolle. No man should follow Eckhart Tolle. Eckhart Tolle is for women. Women should follow Eckhart Tolle. Oh, yeah. It's a great tech for them, isn't it? Your pain body, your present time. You know, like when you're on your period, you should study Eckhart Tolle.
Man, that's great.
It's you have a pain body activated and you're fucked up. Same present time. You're telling yourself stories. But no man should do that. No man worth his balls should do that. What woman wants to be with that thing? I wonder how Eckhart Tolle has sex.
Oh, man.
What a joke. What a fucking joke. And you know why they're jokes? Because Oprah puts them on their #1 bestseller. And Oprah is evil. Oprah is an evil individual. Remember Harvey Weinstein? That's her best friend. Okay? Anytime you see society push up somebody like that, that person, you need to get away from them as soon as possible. Now, if they push me up to the top, we'll see. I'll keep saying what I'm saying and we'll see how they act. But see, a real man doesn't give a shit about that. He cares about his own life. To you as a man, it makes no difference what's happening in Ukraine. Unless you're living in Ukraine, then it's your business to make something happen. Your own life is what matters. Your own family is what matters. Your own goals is what matters. And if every man took this on, it would be a better world. Why? Because then you respect another man that has the same values. Friendships are made out of values. Relationships are made out of values. Values are the things that's lacking in life. And everybody's parroting, just like a parrot. A parrot can speak, but it doesn't know what it's saying. It's just repeating what it heard, the sounds. It doesn't have the intelligence behind it to know when to say that. Everybody's parroting shit, and we're not. So I invite you as a man to come to Las Vegas, because I'm in Las Vegas, to go out with me and see if this is true or false, because you should be able to see it in your daily affairs, or to judge my relationships. I have multiple girlfriends, more than I'm willing to tell you right now, because, well, shh. Every powerful man in history has had more than one woman. In fact, one of the ways I check their power is like that. It's God's will. Do you understand that? It's God's will. He made us like this. And I'm not going to argue about it. I'm just going to say, yes, sir, and follow the path God laid in front of me. We're sick of phonies. We're sick of fakes. This is INC Nation, okay? And I have no agreement and I have no step with the weak man. And I'm getting rid of all of them around me. I have rebuilt IMC a lot. I continue to rebuild it again and again and again and again. And it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. This is an invitation to you, if you're a man, to join IMC Nation. If you're a woman, it's an invitation to you to break up with your man. Listen carefully. Break up with him. Try it. Just say, I'm sick of you. I'm tired. I'm tired of suffering because you can't handle life. I'm tired of your weakness. I'm tired of taking care of you. I'm not your mother. I'm a woman that deserves to have a good fucking life. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay? That's what you're supposed to do. And don't be sorry about it. Or use them and abuse them. God wants it that way. Everywhere I look in nature, that's what is happening. Okay? They gave you false goals, false ideals, false gods. They took great books like the Bible, like the Quran, and they bastardized it so that it would make you weak. One of my favorite things is to watch these shows where a person begins to speak something I like. I'm like, oh yeah, the guy's got it. And then what happens? Suddenly they enter some information, and I know they've been compromised. Right? I'm watching the show on Gaia, and this Gaia is a channel like Netflix, but it's like spiritual. I recommend it for everybody. Instead of Netflix, watch Gaia. Any show on it is good for you. And they're talking and talking. I'm like, oh, that's good, that's good. And then they say some weird shit like this. You know, we all have to get along and love each other. That is not true by any means at all. Nowhere is that true. Nowhere is that true. And it's never worked. Not one time has it ever worked. They've been pounding this drum forever. Somebody's been lying to you. Someone has been lying to you. Your life absolutely sucks because it's fake. And you're real. That's the thing. You actually exist. There is an intelligence there that God put there that's real, that's supposed to go through life and solve your own problems using your own energy and align yourself with other human beings that are similar to you, on the same path as you. Everything I say, you can measure for yourself. But what you haven't seen yet is somebody who's doing it. I've been doing it for at least 20 years, okay? There's videos from the past. There's my own life as proof of it. One day, this body will die, and this will be a legend in the history of Earth. That day is not today, but it will come. When it comes, then people are going to try to study it. That's the wrong time to study it. That's why you can't understand Jesus, because he's not there. Now, do this enough, and I give you my word on my life, you'll know Jesus. Do this, and you'll know everything they said. You will experience it for yourself, because the Bible is written in the heart. So is the Quran. So is any book. It's written here, because mankind can change it. King James is the one who wrote the Bible. How many kings in history have been righteous besides Marcus Aurelius? Not one. Not one. And King James is another piece of shit bastard who wanted to control the population. If you really read the Bible, it's a spiritual battle of angels and demons and mankind in the middle of it. And there's a war for your soul, and you're losing. You're losing. I would love nothing more than to have what would they be? People that disagree with me. I don't have a title for them. I would love them to show up, and I want to give them the stage for them to talk their philosophy, like I do. Antagonists.
Same word. I was going to say naysayer.
Yeah. So bring your people, because we're going to be here tomorrow at 10. And I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to talk my shit again. Tell them to come. Some of you women have boyfriends that aren't your husbands. Do they know you're studying me? Are you guys holding it as a secret? How's that going for you? How's your relationship? Do they know that I'm leading their women? Do they know that they're incompetent and weak? Do they know that? How does it feel to sleep next to a fucking man who can't fucking lead you? What's it like to evolve as a person and watch him continue to crash? Why don't you invite him on? If he says, don't study AZD, come on. Come tell me yourself. Come tell me yourself, okay? Bring your girlfriends. What are they going to say? They're going to fall in love with me. That's it. I know what women want. I know your soul. I know what you crave. I know it. It's been given to me by God. I prove it every fucking day for the rest of my life. Any woman can come and go. I have the ability to get a beautiful woman to be with me. That's been handled, so I don't need to worry about that. Some of the faggots that I teach every fucking day, they get a fucking girlfriend and they go justify 1,000 ways. You fucking faggot, I'm watching your actions, not your words. Not your words. And I warn them over and over and over again. Okay? This is gonna happen to you because you're a weak man. Okay? I don't want any weak men around me. It makes me weak. This is not a weak man sitting right here, and I don't have weak friends, and I don't have anything weak around me. My body's sick. Sick. Whatever the fuck that means, right? But I'm gonna show up and do my job. I'll be here tomorrow. If I'm sneezing, snuffling, throwing up, I'll be lecturing tomorrow. Short of being dead, I'm gonna do this job tomorrow, okay? That's a strong man, and I know I'm strong. And the IMC Nation is for strong men and women who seek strong men. End of story. All right? We're gonna go to Bad Boys Club. Once again, if you're a man and you're not part of that, a big middle finger to you. Fuck you. See you in the next class.